Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever it may be for you that are watching from wherever you are right now. I myself am in Tampa, Florida, and I have a little bit of a sinus issue, and here's a tip for you as it relates to sinus. If you have any issues for humidity and whatever, take some organic honey from your home area, and I always try to remember, and I didn't this time, my organic honey. If I go 2 or 3 days, and I've been here for 4 days, my sinuses will begin to act up a little bit. So that's a tip to carry forward. Now, that said, I hope you're having a great day. But the fact is, honestly, life happens, and sometimes we don't have a great day. And then it changes our mood, and it changes the way we look at life. It changes the way we look at those we love. It changes the way we look at ourselves. And let me congratulate you on being right where you are at this minute, because there's 2 ways to take care of stress. And when life doesn't go right, yeah, there's stress. You can either take drugs, legal or illegal, and for a very short period of time, your troubles go away. Not the best thing to do, not the best avenue to take. But the other is meditation and physical movement. That's the only way the body has to effectively take care of stress. And when you do resistance training or any kind of aerobic movement, you will get a release of dopamine. Now, what is dopamine? It is the same thing in your brain that is released when you do the alcohol, the drugs, whatever it may be. You can do the same thing naturally, help yourself, and with resistance training, your HGH, human growth hormone, goes up. That also helps with your mood. It also helps with your sleep. It also helps with the way you think. So what you're doing right now is the best thing you can do, and what you're doing right now is listening to me. The best thing you can do is get up off the couch or the chair from wherever you're watching this from and move with me, because watching me is not going to do a whole lot for you. And that said, we all have valleys. We all have valleys, and life would be, a bowl of cherries, we think sometimes, if we didn't have problems. Well, problems is where we get an opportunity to grow. And typically in my life, I have found this, that great opportunities usually come to me disguised as insurmountable problems. And the growth comes when we move forward. And I like to look at it like this. Life is hills and valleys, mountains and deep valleys. And sometimes the valleys are so deep and dark, we don't know how to get out of them. One thing, and I love what he said about that, Sly Stallone said, every valley turns into a mountaintop view if we just keep walking. So I encourage you to keep walking. And the other thing is this. When, in fact, you're in the darkest mood, that's the best time to do what we're doing right here. I am a human being. There's times I don't want to go through the physical movements. But every time I do, at the end of the session, I feel much better. I'm not saying great, I feel much better. And it's a very small price to start into a direction that makes us happy. You're worth that. Your family's worth that. You can only be your best for your family and those that you love, or for that matter, your employer. You can only be the best for them when you are best for yourself. You deserve this. If you like what's going on here at Get Honeycutt, please invite your friends and relatives and co-workers to join us, because we are in America in a huge, I'll just say it, we're in a real problem area with our health. You can't turn the news on and health costs not be going up. As a matter of fact, I had a guest on my show, 600 WREC Get Honeycutt. Love for you to tune in there, Saturdays at 3 o'clock. And he said that the gross national product in a year or two would be taking up 20% in health care costs. We're in a dire strait as it relates to our health. CDC, Center for Disease Prevention and Control, just came out last year, this 16, with their latest studies. It's almost 40% obese, another 33, 34% overweight, and all of that contributes to our problems that we go through and our health issues. I want you to be the best you can be. And you are the best one to be you. Actually, everyone else is pretty much taken up. So with that said, let's get into the fitness session of the program, and then we will wrap it up today with some tips on nutrition. I'm not going to do a recipe today, but it's something that, let me say this, keep you involved in the next few minutes with me here. At the end of the show today, what I'm going to do is share with you how you, in 1 week, this week if you choose, can lose 5 pounds in anywhere from 1 inch to 2 inch in your waist. That's worth hanging around for, right? Okay, get up with me now, please. And today, just to share with you what we're going to be doing, before we get into that, I've shared with you how to work with resistance bands, and we will use these from time to time. Today is the first time I'm going to share with you, though, how to work with dumbbells. Now, dumbbells are a great apparatus, and you do not need millions of dollars worth of equipment to get in the best shape you've ever been in. Frankly, recent studies show that 15 to 20 minutes, that's what we do here, twice a week. We do that 3 times a week, 12 o'clock Central Time, every week, 3 times a week. If you do it twice, you will get tremendous changes in the way you look, the way you're toned, the way you're shaped. Your HDL will go up, that's the healthy cholesterol. The LDL will go down. Your triglycerides will go down. Your blood sugar will stay more steady. Your metabolism will go up, hence you will lose body fat. Your muscles will get toned, and when they get toned and you have full muscle, that increases your metabolism, which means you are burning more calories just because you're doing 15 minutes a week. And come on, please, 15 minutes. 15 minutes twice a week is less than 0.5% of your full week. And it's going to affect you for the rest of your life, 100% of your life for the rest of your life. It's worth it. I encourage you to do it. We're going to be working with these today. If you don't have any, please pick some up. Any big box store, you can get them online, both the dumbbells and the resistance bands. Great pieces of equipment, and that along with our body and our chair is our gym. Okay, with me now. Relax, we're going to get rid of some stress. We're just going to warm up and just relax. Take your neck, put it over to one shoulder or the other, and just move back and forth from one shoulder to the next. I guess it'd be other because, you know, we only have 2 shoulders, unless you're a very odd human being. 5, 6, 7, and rest. Okay? Now what we're going to do is take our hands, put them here, feet about shoulder width apart, reach up above your head, and just go over to one side, pull gently against all of this area here. You'll be amazed how much less stress, and you can feel the stress leave in your body. Very gently. 3, 4, and 5. Relax. Move your arms back and forth just like this, a little bit. Loosen up the rotator cuffs. Another one great for loosening up the shoulders and rotator cuffs is taking your thumbs, pointing them inward, and then reaching up in a full half moon, looking up, turning the thumbs down toward the floor, and back. When we come up, we breathe in. 2. With me. 3. Up. And 4. Up, fill the lungs with oxygen. Every cell in your body, including every cell and neuron in your brain, needs oxygen to survive. We take the oxygen away, we die. Okay? Now, this time, what we want to do is take our feet about shoulder width apart, knees bent, and all we're going to do is lean down toward the left knee Of course, this will look like the right knee to you, but with me, it's the left knee. And then back to the right. And we're not stretching our legs, we're just loosening up our back. Left, up, right, up. If you're still sitting on the couch, please get up. Up, up, and relax. Now with me, down on the floor, that's the easy part, lying down. Feet out, pull up to the knees, or get the knees up, hands flat on the floor. Just go to one side, then the other. Don't force it, just let the knees, legs, weight of the legs go toward the floor. This is loosening up and relaxing the lower back, lumbars and the vertebrae. Okay, relax. While we're down here, what we're going to do is start with our abdominal area, that area that gives most of us a whole lot of problems, angst, and frustration. Okay, we're going to tone and shape the tummy. What we want to do is just take our foot, raise it up about 6 inches off the floor, pull it to your chest and back. Remember, 1 second here on the positive, 3 seconds on the negative. You'll start to feel this in the lower abdominal area on the right side. Up, 4, and down. Up, 5. Up, and 6. Up, and 7. Relax. If, too, you have problems doing the number that I suggest, that's okay. Do what you can and then stop. Just do all you can and stop. If you need to do more than this to get a little bit of fatigue, please go ahead. Obviously, I don't know what your level of fitness is. So what we do is the left leg now, out, up, 1, up, and 2, up, and 3, up, 4. Breathe out when you go out. Up, 6, up, and 7. Relax. Up on our feet. What we're going to do now, we're going to work the whole body like we always do, from head to toe. And what I want you to do is a new one, or at least the new one that we've started, or we haven't shown on Get Honeycutt for you yet. It's for the buttocks, hamstrings, and quadriceps. I'm turning sideways so you can see the angle that I want you to do. It's called a lunge, and it's very simply putting your foot out here, this one back, and we want to move forward until the knee goes straight up and down over the toe. You don't want to go past the toe with your knee. You'll strain yourself if you do, okay? All we do is go 1, there, and 2, back, and 3, back, and 4, back. By the way, any questions that you might have that I don't cover for you in the show, just email me at warren@gethoneycutt.com, and I'll address it at the next show. 6, 1 more, and 7. You should feel that in the back of your leg and your buttock. The leg, for me it's the left leg. Now, we go forward and back. Notice again, my knee is not going out here. It's stopping when it gets right above the toe. Down and back. Down. 3. Breathe out. Down and back. Down. You're doing good. You're doing good. Come on. Back. It's okay if it burns a little bit. What you're doing is getting rid of the stress. That's for the knees. Not for the knees. It is for the quadriceps, buttocks, and hamstrings. Now what we want to do is a first movement with the dumbbells. And if you haven't done this before, you don't need these dumbbells, okay? But if you are in a good enough physical condition that doing squats without assisted weight, then you can use the dumbbells, okay? All you do, if you're going to use them, is take the dumbbells, shoulder width apart, and we go down and up, down and up. Watch me this way, please. Down, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, and 6, and rest. Good job. Good job. A little water. It's always a good idea when you're going through the sessions to have water close by. You need to stay hydrated. And especially if you're having an issue with your sinuses, you need to stay hydrated. Okay, we've worked now our abdominal area. Get our breakfast chair. Our legs and buttocks. Now what we want to do is take the dumbbells today, since we're working with those. What we're going to do is work our shoulders or our deltoids. It's a real simple movement, but most people don't do it right. If you've seen it done before, in all probability, you've seen guys or gals do this. When you do that, basically you're wasting your time because it takes all the stress off the muscle that you're targeting to improve. What we want to do is take the dumbbells here, not way down here, it's going to hurt your shoulders. Right here, and press straight up and then down. Straight up and down. Up, that's it, come on, and down. Up and down. Up 5 and down. Up 6 and down. Up 7 and down. I'd like for you to write me if this next statement is not true for you. If you've been following along with me at this point in the program, you should be feeling less stressed than you were if you had a lot of stress. If you were having one of those great days like I'm hoping you are, that's terrific. You're going to feel even better. If you're not, you should be starting to feel better as it relates to your mood because of what happens when you exercise. Jack LaLanne used to say, exercise is king, nutrition is queen. When they come together, you have a great kingdom called life. And again, at the end of the show, or the last segment of the show, I'm going to share with you how you can lose 5 pounds with a nutritional tip in the next 6 to 7 days. All right? Now then, ready? Up, off the chair, and what we want to do is take a dumbbell, and we've worked, again, legs, buttocks, abdominal area, shoulders. Now we're going to work the back. A lot of times ladies don't think that it's important to work your back. Well, ladies, that's where this shape that we always think is attractive, that's where this shape comes from. For the guys, that's where the V comes from. This is latissimus dorsi, fancy name for back, and you also get all of the other muscles in the center of the back. It's a real simple movement. You take the dumbbell, stand back, and balance here with your hand, okay? Dumbbell's hanging straight down from the shoulder, and you don't do this and come up to the shoulder. What we want to do, what I want you to do, is come back to the hip and then down. What that does versus just coming up to the shoulder is gets the entire area of the lat, okay? All right, ready? With me. 1, and relax. 2, and down. 3. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2, 4, up. 1, 2, 5, good. Feel that and think about your back along the side of your body. And relax. Other side. Here. Arm straight down. Come back to the hip and down. 2. Okay, come on. 3. That's it. You're doing well. Come on. 3, 4. That was 4. I'm sorry. 5, 6. And last one, up and relax. Breathe in real deep and out. With me, up, in, out. I hope you join me every time that I'm on. I'd love to have you. If you can't do it live, which we do again Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 noon Central Time, we post it about 20 minutes after we have concluded the session online at gethoneycutt.com. And if you miss one, please go there. We keep them there indefinitely. And again, I would love for you to encourage your friends, coworkers, family, because they too need what we're doing here. That said, now we've worked everything from our legs down to our back and shoulders. We're going to work, let's work arms, okay? Biceps and triceps. And even ladies, especially ladies. As a matter of fact, I was listening to my wife the other day talk, and she said in the 3rd grade. And her teacher, I think her name was Miss Betsy, let's say. And she was writing on the chalkboard. And my wife Betty said she saw this part of the arm flapping like this. And even at 6 and 7 years old, she said to herself, I do not want that. And my wife Betty works with me, works out, she spots me, she trains me. She knows more about what I do than myself. But if you want to get this toned, this movement will do it for you with a dumbbell. Again, taking the chair, put your hand here, put your arm here toward the shoulder, okay? And just go straight back for 1. Back and down. 3 and down. 4 and down. Stop if you're tired. 5 and down. 6 and 1 more. 7 and down. And if you're not a little bit fatigued, keep going to 8, 9, 10, 11. If, in fact, you don't get fatigued at 14 or 15, get a bigger dumbbell. Most people, when they start, 5-pound dumbbell is great. This one happens to be a 10-pound dumbbell, but you can get dumbbells up as far as you want to go. So if it gets to be too easy, just increase the weight. And we always want to change. That's why on Get Honeycutt, we'll do one day with just our body weight. Next day, we'll work with resistance bands. Next day with dumbbells. Next day, we combine all 3 of them. And the reason for that is this. If you don't do that, what happens is your body acclimates itself to that movement and that amount of stress on the muscles, and it stops improving. We always want to change. The key to changing your body is to change your routine. It's that simple. Other arm now, same thing. Hand here, up here with the dumbbell right at your shoulder. Stretch back and down. 2 and down. 3, 1 second, down. 3 seconds. 4 and down. 5, down. 6, down. And 7, down. You may be asking, why typically do I do 6, 7, 8 reps? Well, for toning and improving the muscle and increasing the metabolism, research says and shows us that that is the ideal area for repetitions. It's fine to do 15 or 20 if you want to do more of an endurance routine. It's not so good to do 2 or 3. If you're using weight enough that that's all you can do, lower your weight. You're going to hurt yourself. You don't want that. I was in the gym, walking in the gym the other day, and a friend of mine I've not seen in probably 12 years. And he was on the bicycle, seated. And he said, Warren, I wish I'd listened to you. And he lifted really, really heavy. And I tried to warn him years ago in a gym that we associated together with. And he said, I've had one hip replaced. I'm about to have the other hip replaced. I've got 2 knees being replaced. I'm going, this guy's in his mid-40s, okay? It's not worth the pain to go through injury. So that's why I want to caution you about using weight more than you need, more than your body requires you to do, okay? All right, last body part is our bust line, or guys, chest, pectorials. What I want to do with the dumbbells, and if you have a bench, it's great, not necessary though, but if you have a bench, you can lie down on the bench and do this. They're called dumbbell flies. They're terrific for the front of the deltoids and the entire area that we know as the pectoral muscle or chest, okay? Very simply, we take the dumbbells, get our chair out of the way, lie down, again, dumbbells, here, up, and what we want to do is go up here, hold our dumbbells, palms together, or palms facing each other rather, and come down for 3 seconds, and right before you touch the floor, come up for 1. Called a dumbbell fly. And 2. Breathe out, down. 3. Down. 4. I'm really proud of you. Down. 5. Down. 6. Exhale. 7. Give me 8 this time. And 8. Relax. Up on your feet again. And that is our session for today on the fitness side. Please come back with me Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 12 o'clock Central Time. I would love for you to join me on my show, which I do weekly, on 600, it's iHeart Station, 600 WREC. Or join me at ESPN 93.5 on Wednesdays at 7:35 in the mornings. And we do what is called a Sugar Busters Club, Stevie J's Sugar Busters Club. That said, we'll be back in a moment. Our nutrition tip for the day. As I said at the first of the show, I'm not going to do a recipe, but this is amazingly important and effective if you'll just do it. Want to lose 5 pounds in the next 6 to 7 days? 1 to 2 in your waist, 1 to 2 in your hips. One thing, stop sugar. I know you're wanting to turn me off right now. You don't have to sacrifice your sweet tooth. As a matter of fact, I myself love the taste of sugar. I hate sugar because, frankly, sugar is poison. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and the more that food is processed, the more the chance is it has some kind of sugar. Do you know that sugar has over 100 names? Because the manufacturers are beginning to understand, people are getting somewhat educated about sugar, and S-U-G-A-R, they put under different labels. If it ends in O-S-E, it's sugar. Fructose, high fructose corn syrup, dextrose, sucralose, all of that is sugar. Now, what does sugar do? Well, first of all, in nature, and you guys know how I feel about eating naturally, but the sugar crystal is not found in nature. Nowhere. You can't find it. Yes, it comes sugar from sugar beet, sugar cane, et cetera, but not in its natural state. That granular sugar that we eat every day, that's not natural. And your body is not positioned and created in such a way that it metabolizes the sugar properly. What happens when you eat sugar? The insulin, or actually the blood sugar first spikes, and then the insulin spikes, and it overcompensates for the spike in the blood sugar to drive it back down. That's why you feel this, euphoric feeling when you eat that M&M's bag or Twinkies or ice, whatever it might be. And what happens is in your brain, dopamine, as I said at the first of the show, is released, and you feel good for the moment. When it drops, that goes away, and you feel horrible. That's why after having a meal of junk, fast food, hour and a half later, you're hungry. When you eat right, you don't overeat. When you eat sugar, you do. I was on a show, let me think, a year and a half ago now. And it was a Fox affiliate, and it was ESPN. Host name was Stevie J. Great guy. And he asked me, he said, Warren, we got 10 seconds. What kind of tip would you give to everybody listening? I said, stay away from sugar. Well, I didn't hear from him for 4 or 5 days. And he called me back, and he said, Warren, can you be on the show again this week? I said, sure. And he said, there was something about the way you said stay away from the sugar that I took to heart. And I did it. I lost 5 pounds. This was a week before Thanksgiving. He chose a horrible week to get rid of sugar, but he says, I have not hit it, I have not touched it, I'm not eating it in a week. I've lost 5 pounds, an inch in my waist. That story, folks, and this is said to me over and over and over again. And not only that, but Stevie J has had me on his show now every Wednesday morning, 7:35, ESPN 93.5, doing a Sugar Busters Club. And he created a Stevie J Sugar Busters Club. He's got a Facebook page, Stevie J Sugar Busters, you can go to, and it's just a community of like-minded people helping each other out. I'm there quite a bit. So, hope you've enjoyed the show today. I certainly have enjoyed being with you, and I look forward to the next time. May God bless you.